What's up, guys? Duke of Hazer. Thank you once again for allowing me in your homes. Today is Saturday, February 18th, 2023. Um, I hadn't really planned on streaming today, but Persona 4 is not done because I didn't get the golden ending. I didn't know that there was a whole other dungeon that I needed to do, so let's see if we can get that done today then. If this is your first time seeing me, hello, Duke of Haze again. I mostly do single player, single target, not single target, but single player story driven experiences like Persona 4 Golden, like Persona 3 Fest, like Tales of series games. I'm a big JRPG person. I'm an RPG person in general, but a lot of the games we've played on the channel happen to be JRPGs. If you like weird, laid back commentary that's borderline crazy because I quote video games and say weird shit, then please consider following me here on YouTube and Twitch. Following me on YouTube, subscribing on YouTube. Sorry, I'm a little brain foggy today. But consider subscribing to me on YouTube. Follow me here on Twitch. I'm at 61 subs on YouTube, and we're currently at 83 followers here on Twitch. I'd love to get those numbers up. So let's get started, shall we? Oh my gosh, like, could you F off? I hate how this does this sometimes, man. That's gonna completely mess up this game now. But I missed something. After we say our farewells to all of our friends, we're supposed to say no. And then talk to Dojima and Igor. So who haven't I spoken to? Like, I'm gonna skip past this. I've seen it before, not to be mean, but like, we saw this already. They're gonna miss me, I know, but I need to just get this done already. It's really annoying hearing the fast forwarding sound, though. Don't like it. El caliente. Yeah, Sayoko, yes, I helped her discover meaning for her life like I have been with so many other people. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this into like a long ass video. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Sure would suck if it did. I'm so happy that Yuta and me are a family. You should visit the Amagi Inn. I didn't want to cry, but here I am. There are others you share a close bond with. Oh, right, the school. You've given me reason. Reason to live. You have not spoken to everyone whom you formed a bond.
Hey!
I'm gonna marry you. That's weird. Okay, so they said go to Junes. So let me save here. This is where you had spent so many afternoons going over the case with everyone. Just sitting here brings back a lot of memories.
Huh? What a coincidence! It must be destiny!
Oh, so you guys came here too! It's our very own special headquarters. There are so many memories here.
Yo there, Senpai. I thought you'd be here.
We had a feeling we'd run into everyone if we came here.
We were planning on seeing you off at the station tomorrow, but I was feeling too restless.
Hello, I
So I
started the
decided to
stream
come
right
here.
up. Yeah, I did. It's like I have to... I put a nail in it yesterday. I put a nail in the coffin. I lowered it. We put it to rest. But I can't, know that it might be a zombie to haunt me. So I have to finish
since
it
we're all
off.
here, why don't we have something to eat?
So we're supposed to see this scene at Junes, and then what? We're supposed to talk to Igor and Dojima.
Ooh, let's have steak! Steak! And make Yosuke pay for everything!
Will you shut up about your steaks?
I'm so sick of you, you stupid bitch. You ruined my life. I mean, this basically sealed it. I wasn't know if I was gonna... The Telltale Heart. Pretty much. I wasn't gonna... I didn't know if I was gonna stream today because I've been working on my Persona 5 Persona list. And I also had to download the game. It's downloaded now. But it depends on how quickly we finish this. If I choose to start P5R, I guess. We reminisced with the
I really
others.
had fun in this world.
Dude, your whole existence is about fun. Well, what we've gone through wasn't all fun and games.
It's here under
I
the
gotta say,
floorboards.
I've never felt so fulfilled in my life.
It seems we've been working on this forever, but at the same time, it felt like it went so fast. We won't ever gather here again like this, or tear our hair out trying to solve the mysteries.
It wasn't that hard of a mystery. We kind of
Even if
pegged
we
it at the
wanted to talk
beginning.
about it all, there were so many extraordinary things that no one would believe us. Come to think of it, for me, I think it all started when Chie told me about the Midnight Channel.
I think I heard about it from her too. How did you learn about it, Chie?
I guess it was just a random rumor? A lot of girls were trying it out.
Huh. I wonder how it started then.
Who knows? Maybe someone accidentally came across it?
The Midnight Channel. You know, that really was the cause of everything. I mean, the fog lifted after we caught Adachi, but there's still a lot of stuff that isn't clear yet. It's still foggy over there, too.
Some weird guy might use it to do bad things again.
Didn't that Amino something monster say it granted us power?
I bestowed power onto those who could brave the Hollow Forest. In other words, he gave the power to enter TVs to those who awakened to their persona ability, so that he might use us as pawns to enact his scheme.
Hey, that reminds me. Didn't your hand suddenly slip into the TV even before anything happened to you?
Is this gonna be a bonus track YouTube upload?
Does that mean you're an exception?
Yeah, I guess it will be a bonus episode, huh? I already have the other ending. I had intended for it, I didn't realize that I had to do extra stuff to get the true ending.
Well, wait, then what about Adachi and Namatame?
But I guess this is a bonus, because, I mean, this is mostly for me, but I might as well show people, because, like, I did the work to do the golden ending, I might as well get the golden ending.
Those two could go inside TVs before all this stuff about personas, right?
What? Then Senpai and the other two could do it for some other reason?
There must be something you're not remembering. Anything come to your mind, Senpai?
Well, there was Igor in the Velvet Room. You're the only exception. You had the power to enter TVs before your persona awakened, and the same goes for Adachi and Namatame. You remember that Nanako gave you something this morning as you were about to leave. Oh.
A letter? Hey, this better not be another warning.
The sender is listed as Adachi.
Huh? This is from jail? It's from Adachi.
I'm sure you're surprised to get this letter out of the blue. I'm writing this because there's something I need to tell you. Ever since I made it out alive, there are some things I understand now. It's true that my game's over, as you all insisted at the time. I'll abide by the rules of this world. But as long as I'm in stir here, I can't clean up after myself. So I hope this will give you something to think about regarding this case. There's still this feeling I can't shake. It's about how it all started, about that Midnight Channel. Now I remember, someone told me about it when I first came to town, before I heard the rumors at the station. And I was intrigued when I noticed that something similar was written on Namatame's reports as well. But I can't remember who it was that told me. Since Namatame and I both gained our power after coming to Inaba, I have a feeling that has something to do with it. I don't know if any of this will be useful or not, but I hope it can help somehow.
The letter from Adachi ends there.
It's not very helpful to know that he can't remember who it was.
I'm not sure how to put it, but I kinda know the feeling. It's like...
I done with the
this.
bonus dungeon. What you think? Of what bonus dungeon? The Hollow Forest, or
Like something's connecting all these
we haven't
things.
done the golden ending
Something
dungeon yet,
beyond
but I
what we
did do
can
the
see.
Hollow Forest and I did do the Marie fight.
That world, the Midnight Channel, the ability to enter TVs.
Right, the forest.
They all feel like separate things.
It wasn't as annoying as I thought it would be because I made really powerful, overpowered personas. Like my main dudes for the golden dungeon. Oh, that golden dungeon. The one is base game and dungeon. This one is base game and dungeon. You're talking about the Hollow Forest?
You know what I mean? First
I
the
fought
rumors,
Marie.
Then the serial murder, followed by us
Her
deciding to
dungeon
investigate the
was... It looks like it'd be really annoying if you didn't make overpowered personas, but I made over Hollow Forest is golden. So I did do that. Like a lot of my main dudes have Spellmaster and they know like everything because I took the time to handcraft like really powerful personas. So once I found the rings, like for example, my Alice, because I put Spellmaster on her, it only takes 12 for her to cast Megiddo, and her magic is super high. So as long as I have those rings that you find in the dungeon, they give you mana at the start of every turn. I can one-shot almost everything in that dungeon just because, yeah, my personas are really good.
If they all really were separate, they wouldn't fit together like this, right?
I mean, Maria is definitely my type, so it was my favorite romance. But it was
There has
alright.
to be some kind of conductor behind everything.
So you think the person Adachi mentioned, the one who told him about the Midnight Channel, is that conductor?
Like, you would find guys that were, like, annoying because they didn't have any weaknesses and they resisted everything, but, like, for the most part, it was, like, few and far between, and, like I said, I had really good personas, so they really carried me through the game. Personally, I didn't care for that dungeon much was... Personally, I didn't care for that dungeon much was easier than the previous one and this one, in my opinion.
Did I strike gold
I've
again?
never seen you play the game though, so I don't know like how you make your personas and like what sorts of things you do to make the game like easy for you.
Senpai, is there anything like that you can think of?
The power to enter TVs where everything about this case started. You learned about the Midnight Channel from Chie a few days after coming to this town when she told you the rumor. But Adachi and Namatame heard about the Midnight Channel from someone immediately after coming to this town. When you think back, you feel as if something happened to you as well upon your arrival here. There is something.
We were involved in a murder case last year, which we succeeded in solving. But the monster we fought last said we did well in playing our parts. Perhaps this means Adachi and Namatame were players as well. Could it be that from the beginning, this serial murder case was merely a portion of a much larger scheme, and none of the people who were directly involved in the case ever suspected it?
Hey, this scheme, could it be the whole thing about filling both worlds with the fog and turning mankind into shadows? So someone was behind the scenes watching us. The culprits. And maybe even that monster. And he manipulated Adachi and Namatame at the very beginning so everything would come together perfectly?
Let's go out into town. We might find something. Although, you may be the only one capable of noticing it. Please contact the rest of us should you come across anything.
We can't say our goodbyes tomorrow with this hanging over our heads. Let's go figure this out.
Mm-hmm. Who could have given you the initial spark for this power? The one who met immediately after coming to this town was my uncle Dojima. In any case, you need to see them and confirm the truth. So we talked to Dojima, we're supposed to talk to Igor, and then we're supposed to talk to the gas station attendant. I think that's the order of things. Let me go save first. So what didn't you like about the Hollow Forest, like, specifically? Just that it was too easy, or... Because again, I don't see what personas you make or how you play the game. Like, I'm super intrigued because I never, you know... I struggle with this game sometimes just because I haven't played it, so I can't see what's coming. But you have beaten these games like a couple of times now, so it will be interesting to see like how you play the game. Which you're never interested in, you know, just giving up your secrets. Here they are. Did you already meet all your friends? I want to talk to you. What's this all of a sudden? Oh, you're actually talking. The balance made from lack of equipment items made the dungeon easier. You think? Some of those dudes were, like, annoying, but I guess you probably had good personas too then if it wasn't that annoying for you. You asked Dojima about the first day you arrived in town.
The day you first
On my
came to
golden
town.
playthrough, I did not make the best personas. I used what I could make at the time.
Let's see. We were the first ones to greet you, right? Did we stop somewhere on the way home? I'm pretty sure Nanako and I left home that afternoon, picked you up, and came straight back. Now that I think back to that night, I was called back to work as soon as we got home, so I couldn't talk much. And the very next day, those strange murders started. Sheesh. A lot's happened since then. It's been one heck of a year, hasn't it?
Hey, big bro. On the first day, didn't we stop at that place? The gas station. I used the bathroom there. When I got back to the car, you were talking to the weird attendant.
The weird attendant?
Yeah, when I first met you, I remember the gas attendant because he was weird.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I filled the tank before we went home, huh? Yeah, I do remember you talking to the attendant there. I didn't remember seeing him much before, so he stuck in my mind. But I don't know about calling him weird. It wasn't like he looked or acted funny. Yeah. Come to think of it, I never saw that guy again.
It wasn't really that the attendant looked weird, but after you talked to him, you looked sick, big bro.
I looked sick?
Don't you remember? I asked you on the way home. Are you car sick? You said you were okay, but that attendant, he was just a little scary for some reason.
Like, we could do it sometime on stream, dude. Like, I really think we should. Like, I could just talk over while you play the game. I can talk about nothing forever.
But honestly, I'm surprised you're asking all these questions.
Like, it's nice to, like, see someone else play a game for a change. Or Age could do it. Anybody,
so,
really.
Why are you looking for the person you met first? Is something going on with that attendant? Do you know him?
It might be important.
I see. Well, just remember that you leave tomorrow. I don't know what you're up to, but you should come back home early. There are some dark clouds on the horizon. We might get some rain soon.
I understand.
Okay.
The first place you stopped when you came to town was a gas station. Maybe something that would jog your memory. Like, for me, right, I don't really have, like, the best. They're all max level because I leveled them. Hallel's the only one who could be considered, like, super high level. But he's just not better than my trumpeter, who I kept since level 66. I would not mind too much, but I would prefer to play P5. Well, seeing as how I haven't played P5 yet, the first playthrough is going to be me. You can join me on commentary, though. Like, if we did, like, multiple playthroughs of a game, then I would have you watch you do your thing and see how you would approach the game differently. But, like, Daisojo, I've had him since level, like, 70. Suiki since, like, level 58. Yoshitsune was pretty good, but, like, again, like, I handcrafted these dudes to be perfection. There's no other word for them. So even though, like, I didn't have any equipment, I could just use them over and over. So yeah, the Hollow Forest wasn't that big a deal. It's just some of the enemies were annoying if you got unlucky with them, but for the most part, it wasn't too bad. The Marie fight, it took me a while to figure out that I had to use those, like windbreak and lightning break stuff on her, but once I figured that out, it was a cakewalk. Like, as long as I had Trumpeter equipped, nothing could hit me unless it was an almighty attack. Like, it was pretty nuts. But yeah, maybe we'll start P5R today. I don't really know.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. How may I help you? You have
My
solved
persona
the
list for that
mystery
game isn't ready
and
yet. I've only gotten to
defeated
the
disaster that
20s.
so nearly fell upon you.
And there's like mechanics and stuff in that game that I don't know about, like what like I don't know what like baton pass is in that game. Like when me and Miguel played it for that little bit, like we didn't really get that far into the game. So there's some things that I don't quite understand when it comes to like how abilities activate in that game and junk. And because they added 2 new element types, like well, a bit of good news, it's a lot easier to make personas exactly how you want. Skills, Skill, trait, stat-wise. Oh, okay, well. That's good. But, like, because they added nuclear damage and psionic damage... Well, they re-added it. Like, I did my research. The older games had nuclear and psionic damage. They just added it back in. Same thing with light and dark damage. Those were in the other Persona games. They just added it back into 5. But that game also has like DLC pay to win Persona. It's actually pretty crazy. I don't know if P5R automatically comes with them, but like the DLC Persona that you can buy are really powerful. And I don't know how I feel about using them.
Is there something else beyond this you need our assistance with?
There's one last thing.
Intriguing. So, is there still something that leaves you unsatisfied? What may that be? Well then, let's take a look and see what it is you might be sensing.
Wow. That's a lot.
Ah, this is a surprise. These are shards of power, allowing one to see through to the truth of things without being swayed by hollow rumors. Interesting. Indeed, you have come here today for a reason. Then I shall play my part as well. That is a crystal of power, which you have nurtured through your journey.
It does, but you don't have to use them. I wouldn't use them in my first playthrough, but you do what you feel is best when the time comes. Like, even in subsequent playthroughs, like, they're really strong. Like, Izanagi getting growth 3 at level 25 compared to, like, Narcissus at level 48 or whatever. Like, that's insane. Some of them come with insanely powerful abilities. Like, I don't know. It just feels scummy whenever they put power behind, like, monetary, you know. If you can buy power in a JRPG, that feels kind of cheap.
An orb.
But I might not use them just so that I can use
dispels lies and
the freebie personas that you just get with the, you know, plebeian base game. But like Izanagi's overpowered, Kaguya's overpowered from what I've seen. TLV item starter pack. But that starter pack is trash though. It's like doesn't even like give you anything good. Like these personas are legit overpowered.
I was born a long, long time ago.
I already know about your past.
I was the unconscious.
But like, unless the TLV item starter pack has like, you know, fully buffed up Nebulum weapons and junk, that'd be one thing. But like, it comes with like apple gels and shit.
To protect the world of man, walk the path of man, fulfill.
These personas, they're legit crazy powerful. Like when I saw them, I didn't know they were DLC until I saw that they were DLC, and I'm like, there's no reason why this level 20 persona should be so powerful. But it's because they're basically pay-to-win personas.
But people changed. People stopped wishing for truth in life. Or maybe they just stopped paying attention. Eventually, the me that wanted to protect humanity and the me that wanted to fulfill humanity's wish couldn't stay as one. The desires of man had no bounds, and one day, my other half became its own existence. Much larger than myself. I was left behind. With no power or memories, I became a tiny fragment, incapable of even clearing the fog without giving my own life to do so. Kusumi no Okami. The rest.
But if they started at level 1, I could see using them, but you can legit recall level 95 DLC persona at the start of the game. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Without my powers, I became a tool, manipulated by the other me. You already know, huh? The cause of it all. The one who created the Midnight Channel and gave you the power to enter the TV.
It's like you get Messiah, you get Igatsu no Izanagi, like Magatsu no Izanagi, like Even Izanagi by himself is like crazy powerful. He's only level 20. Kaguya is crazy powerful. She's only level 16.
The real puppet
Like there are
master
lots of dudes
who tried to fill both worlds with fog, using me and the
pretty
Sundari.
nutso.
If you don't
But I'll
defeat
try
her,
not to use them. Maybe in a New Game Plus we
the
will.
world
But
will never be truly clear of that fog. Go. Follow what you believe in. The truth is right in front of you.
Truth is a thing which only appears to those who have observed, considered, and made a choice. At the end of the path you chose lies the truth.
Oops.
Believe in it, and continue without faltering.
How marvelous. It seems that you will reveal the journey's true end, one beyond our predictive power. Now go to the place where everything began.
Ooh. Hopefully this dungeon isn't a pain in the ass. It began raining.